What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today is Raptor Day. Now, if you guys don't know, I purchased this 2019 Raptor earlier this year. As you can see, it's completely stock. There's the dually, it's not going anywhere. Got both trucks now. As we look at the Raptor like this from the front, what is the thing that pops out to you the most? It's these two horrible airflow pockets, they call it. Now, they say this is to get airflow to the factory shocks. I don't buy it. This looks horrible, and well, we're gonna do something about it today. So I know I've been gone for a while, and you know, some people have forgotten about me, but the people who haven't forgotten about me are my very, very good friends at CJC Off-Road, who recommended these, oh my goodness, these beautiful Baja Designs pocket fog kits. Now these are for the Raptor. Each pocket comes with 1, 2 Squadron Pros plus a smaller light for the corner. So we're gonna have 6 lights total. And then just like you guys saw on the Ram, these come as a kit. So we have the brackets that are gonna go, you know, with the fog lights. And then we have all the wiring that's gonna connect everything together. And then this kit actually comes very nicely so that this connector goes directly into these wires under the hood, which are for the factory upfitter switches up here. So all those wires that you just saw under the hood are pre-wired to go onto these, and the kit that I got is pre-wired to automatically hook to one of those. So let's break all this stuff open and see. I mean, the quality is gonna be great. So as always, as you guys know, each video has product links in the description so you guys can get taken directly to these products. And wow, just the quality of the Baja Designs Squadron Pros is amazing. Now I do want to look at the smaller light because I've had the Squadron Pros on a couple trucks. I've never had one of these smaller lights. And again, you know, oh, this is sweet. Let's just look at that. So this is gonna be the one that when you don't turn down your high beams, J flat out shoots back at you. And then we have the Raptor specific brackets, very nice metal formulation as always. And so we're gonna figure out how these fit, then we're gonna figure out how to position the fog lights and get installing.
Know that your own light that you bear keep shining so bright, and don't compare yourself to them. Yourself to them.
So I've got the first sight in, and you can already tell from first glance how the difference looks. Of course, without them being turned on or wired up yet, it just looks so much meaner, so much more aggressive, and like it belongs. You know, this just doesn't make any sense to me. One quick tip, I'm gonna kind of show you guys quickly how to install these, but when you do set these up, you want this section facing backwards, or else the lights will come through the fog. So for the what is this, passenger side, it'll look like this. So this is essentially what you'll be looking at from the front side when they're done. I kind of have them finger tight right now, which is when you take the opportunity to kind of position them where you think they're going to want to be. I think I want to be somewhere like that. Then we're going to take a Allen wrench and tighten up these bolts, and then we'll take our 9/16 and tighten up the top. And here's a quick glimpse of what the inside will look like. So you remove this bumper support bracket, you slide the Baja Designs bracket behind it and reinstall that bolt. Then you add the second bolt below it and that bolt right there. That's what secures it to the frame. Like I said, you want to have the light holder section facing backwards, or else the lights will hit the bumper. Like I said, once you have them positioned where you want, we tightened up the Allen wrenches, I use two 9/16 wrenches to tighten these up now that they're facing where I want them, and then we'll start working on the wiring. So once we got both sides put in, they look absolutely stunning. This is kind of where it gets a little bit more complicated than the Ram. So the kit comes with 6 cables. There's these 2, which are the power and the ground. And what I did is run these next to the battery and drop them kind of down here. And what you get is these 2 cords like this. Now, each kit comes with 2 crossover cables like this. And we're actually gonna wire both of these to both the powers. So we have the 2 power cables coming down still on these extension cords, basically. The 2 that have, there's 2 of these ones and 1 female. So what you do is you take the female and put it into the cord that's attached to the, it's going to be attached to the battery, and then both of the long ends you're going to route over to the driver's side. I'm going to put them just through this hole here and put them, you know, through the skid plate. So Ford makes this nice and easy with the factory upfitter switches. There's a small bolt here that I'm going to undo, which is going to be our ground. So guys, with a little trial and error, I finally figured it out. Now, of course, this is my first Ford that I'm modifying, and the upfitter switches are different than the Ram. So anyway, I managed to find how to do the drive fogs. We'll go over all this in a minute. I'm probably gonna finish up the wiring, then get cleaned up, and then we'll take a look at these at night. So the first thing I want to show you guys as we're driving, I've kind of come out into the desert here. This is just the, you know, the headlights from Ford. So on switch 3, what I did is I wired the combo lights, which is kind of like a fog light replacement. You know, so it's usable during the day, and the pattern isn't quite so direct. It's not a spotlight, so it doesn't dazzle oncoming road users, and this is what that looks like by itself. Now, there is about 10,000 lumens of LED right there, and what I did is on aux number 2 is I wired the spotlight as well as the C2 side lights, and this is what it looks like with all of them on. You can kind of see there and there is where the spotlights are. I obviously need to position them a little bit better, and then we can obviously see a lot further out to the side of us now with those C2 lights. This is without the driving lights. This is just the spot and the C2 lights, and then again, this is everything, and this is nothing at all. So as you can see, kind of we have to reposition them a little bit now that we're at night and we can see exactly where the beams are shooting. I'll work on that. But what I want to do is show you guys a little bit more outside the truck with the lights.
Can't win if you don't play. The game might be dirty, but it's okay. You can't win if you don't play. Can't win if you don't play. The game might be dirty, but it's okay. You can't win if you don't play. So you better play that game.
So let's wrap this up now that I'm back in the light. I just cannot get over how much the look changes with these lights. It just looks like it's supposed to be there. I don't understand why it doesn't come like this, but thankfully my guys at CJC Off-Road blessed me once again, took care of me, told me, Jay, flat out, this is what you need. If you watch the videos for a long time, on my first diesel build on this channel, I used the rigid cube lights, and I had a bunch of issues with the CAN bus system. I tried like 2 or 3 different CAN bus adapters. They still flickered. I've had Baja designs on 3 or 4 trucks. This might be my 4th or my 3rd, I can't remember exactly, but at least 3, maybe 4, and I've never once had flickering. I've never once had to get adapters. They directly plug straight into either the factory fog lights if you're on a Ram or a different Ford, or this one. Obviously, you know, once we got it figured out with the aux switches, that was me because it was my first time doing it, but it's pretty simple. If you do have questions about how to install, please let me know below. I'll try to help you out because it is kind of finicky the first time. But again, please, 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 if you are going to purchase this kit, do help support CJC Off-Road as they do help support me make these videos and give you guys the content and the reviews that you need to make an informed decision. Last things last, all this stuff needs to get installed still between the Raptor and the dually. So if you do want to see that, this is going to be a big build. And then we're waiting on a couple more suspension pieces to come for the dually. So I'm back, boys. 2020 is going to be a big year for builds, for content. I know I wasn't really around in 2019. Life happens. I'm sorry, but I'm back now. It's going to be big. And I have a guy helping me edit who is also starting a channel called Daily Diesels. And he's going to be helping me edit. So if you guys see the quality of the edits go from 2 to 10, that's why. It's not me. And I'm also going to link his channel down below. He has some super sick, a 1st gen and a 3rd gen, and OBS power stroke. So give him a follow if you guys like the diesel content. He has some really sweet trucks, and some of them are a lot better than mine. So anyway, that's going to wrap it up for this video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next video.